السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله على آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير. رب زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. I welcome all of you to our new session today. And before starting the session, Mubarak to all of you. تقبل الله منا ومنكم صالح الأعمال. آمين يا رب العالمين. So I hope you had a nice Eid this time. Inshallah. So let's start today's session, and inshallah in today's session we are going to deal with the topic of Laisa, which is second lesson. And Laisa is something which is important in terms of getting to know or understand the look and feel of verb. Okay, so starting with Laisa. Laisa is nothing. It's called fail. It is a fail, but it is not. So the name of Laisa is failun naqisun. Okay, so the meaning of Laisa is failun naqisun jamid. So fail. So from fail we got to know that Laisa is a fail. Fail meaning verb. Okay. It is naqis in terms of its meaning. Okay, so Laisa meaning is not or he is not. So for example, if we simply say Laisa, it means is not, and it's not a complete it does not give a complete sense. For example, Zahaba, we know what does Zahaba mean. Zahaba means he went. When we say Laisa is a fail, so Zahaba is also fail, three-letter verb. But when we say Zahaba, it means he went. He went, and it is a complete sentence. I told you earlier that a Jumla failure or simply a fail is a complete sentence in itself. Okay, fi nafsihi, this is a complete sentence. But when we say Laisa, it is incomplete in terms of meaning. Again, there are few more af'al or verbs just like Laisa. One of the examples are kana. You may have heard about this verb kana a lot because kana has been used extensively in Quran. So kana meaning he was. Again, this is also naqis. Okay, so we have actually this kana and its sisters, just like inna and its sisters. We have kana and sisters. So one of the sisters of kana is Laisa, because it is also naqis. Kana is also fail naqis, and Laisa is also fail naqis. The naqis meaning it's incomplete in its meaning. What does jamid means? Jamid meaning, for example, dhahaba is a past tense. From dhahab, inshallah, we will study this in upcoming lessons. From dhahab we have yadhabu, which is present tense. Okay, so from Zahaba meaning he went, Yadhabu meaning he goes, or he's going, or he will go. Okay, he goes, he's going, or he will go. So all three can be its meaning. He will go. But from Laisa, you cannot form this mudare. Mudare meaning present tense. Okay, this is past, madi, and mudare meaning present. Okay, so from Laisa you don't have Laisa or something. This is not the case, which is why it is called Jamid. Okay, so for now just remember that fail naqis, naqis meaning it is incomplete, but Jamid meaning it does not have its present tense. Laisa is only used in past tense, in terms of past tense. For example, the meaning is clear now. Laisa. Okay, so since in af'al, in fail madi, for example, or fail mudhari, what do we see? What do we look for? we have studied this. We look for file. Okay, we look for fail, file, and maf'ul. Okay, I have told you this earlier that in zahaba, what is file in zahaba? Zahaba, file is mustatir, meaning hidden, and file is huwa, right? Because it is not incomplete verb or something, it is a complete verb. Okay, this is also a complete verb. It gives complete sense, gives complete meaning, but laisa does not. So whenever you come across a naqis verb, for example, laisa or kana or kada. Okay, kada is also another verb, naqis. So in that, what happens is we do not look for file anymore. Okay, we will not look for file. For example, in Lisa, we don't ask where is the file. Rather, we will call ismu Lisa and khabaru Lisa. Okay, so for example, this was a jumla ismiya, al kitabu jadidun. Al kitabu jadidun. If we want to negate this jumla ismiya, we can say, we can negate it through ma. Ma is also used for negation. So mal kitabu jadidan. This is one of the ways we can negate with ma. There is another way to negate this. For example, al kitabu jadid, the book was new. The book is not new. If you want to say the book is not new, we will add laisa. Okay, so laisa al kitabu bi jadidin, or we can say jadidan. That is also correct. Laisa al kitabu jadidan, or laisa al kitabu bi jadidin. This ba, okay, we'll come to that later. So Laisa is called Fail Naqis Jamid, and Al Kitabu, which was Mubtada, is now known as Ismu Laisa. Okay, and Jadidan or Bi Jadidin, Jadidan is also called as Khabaru Laisa. Khabaru Laisa, and this is somewhat opposite of Inna. For example, in Inna we have Ismu Laisa Marfu, اسمه ليس منصوب and خبر sorry, اسمه إن منصوب and خبره إن مرفوع. But for ليس, اسمه ليس is مرفوع. Okay, always. And جديدا is خبر ليس, which is actually منصوب, or if it is added with I mean, if it's mostly used with ba harf jar in Quran as well. Okay, so which is why bi jadidin is ba harf jar, jadidin is majrur. This jar majrur shibu jumla is khabaru laysa. Okay, so khabaru laysa usually takes an extra ba, as seen in the above example, just like bi jadidin. And khabaru laysa can also be without ba, and in that case it is mansub. I have already explained it here. So laysa al kitabu jadidan. So ismu laysa is marfu. Just remember these 2 points. Ismu laysa is marfu, and khabaru laysa is mansub, or fi mahalli nasbin, depending on whether ba harf jar is added or it's simply jadidan. Okay, mansub. So there are a lot of examples from Quran, and we'll come to that inshallah later. So for now, this is about laisa. Laisa is called fail naqis jamid. It requires khabar and ism and khabar, and not fail and file. Okay, because it is not a complete verb. And ismu laisa is marfu, and khabaru laisa is mansub, and it also comes with ba harf jar, just like bi jadidin, or it can also come as simply mansub, khabaru laisa. Okay, so this is about laisa, and it has a similar conjugation, just like we did for zahaba. I hope you all remember that zahaba, 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 zahabu, zahabat, zahabna, ذهب ذهبت ذهبتا ذهبنا ذهبتا ذهبتما ذهبتم ذهبتي ذهبتما ذهبتن ذهبتو and ذهبنا. So similar to that, we will have conjugation of laisa as well, because it is fail. Okay, even if it is naqis, it is also fail. So fail madi, or just like fail madi, it will have its conjugation. So we'll see that inshallah later. Okay, so this is about laisa. Second. So it is explained here. Just like Zahaba, I hope you all know by now that we have done Zahaba for Hua, Zahaba, Zahabu. Similarly, Zahabat, Zahabata, Zahabna, Zahabta, Zahabtuma, Zahabtum, Zahabti, Zahabtuma, Zahabtunna, Zahabtu, and Zahabna. Okay, so this was about Zahaba. So Laisa has a similar construction. So Laisa, Laisa, and Laisu, just like Zahaba, Zahaba, Zahabu. Laisat, just like Zahabat, Laisata, and for Laisana, it's actually the only change is here in Laisa, Lasna or Zahabna, right? Otherwise, everything is simple. So we will see it was actually Laisa plus Na. Na is called Nunun Niswa, okay, to identify whether it is a female Noon or not. So what happens here is, starting with Hunna, the Lam Kalima gets a Sukun, okay. So it was actually Laisa, and since Lam Kalima, this one, for Hunna, for the conjugation of Hunna, this is only the exception. This is only the exception that Zahabna, this the, ha, and ba, okay. We know that this is Fa Kalima, Ain Kalima, and Lam Kalima, right? This is the basic form of any verb, Fa'ala, right? Fa'ala. Similarly, on this pattern, we have Kharaja, right? Kharaja. Similarly, we have uh, Fataha, all on the pattern of this Fa'ala. We are inshallah going to deal with this. We have done this in book 1, which is why I'm telling you briefly. So for the Hunna, conjugation of Hunna, this Lam Kalima. What is Lam Kalima here? Kharaja, Fa'ala. This Jim is Lam Kalima. Similarly, in this Fataha, this Ha is Lam Kalima. Similarly, in Zahaba, this Ba is Lam Kalima. And similarly, in Laisa, this Sin is Lam Kalima, right? So this Lam Kalima gets a sukun. This Lam Kalima, Lais, which was Laisa plus Na. So for the conjugation of Hunna, it gets a sukun. And what do we know about this rule? That if there are two sukuns, what happens? Two sukuns never meet. It's called La iltiqa sakinain. Two sukuns never meet. So what do? We will learn about this inshallah in later, that alif, ya, and wa, these are called weak letters. Weak letters in Arabic, okay. Huruf illa. Illa meaning there are some defects on these. So alif, wa, or ya. So ya is one of the weak letters. So what we do is we drop this alif. We drop this ya. So it becomes lasna. See, lasna. Sorry, lasna. It becomes what happened, it's actually it was Laisa. So we know that for conjugation of Hunna, this Lam Kalima, which was Ba, Jim, and Ha in these cases, and in Laisa, Seen was the Lam Kalima. So Seen gets a sukun. So Seen got a sukun. Now we have two sukuns, one on Ya, one on Seen. So we will not drop the correct letters. Seen is one of the correct letters, but Ya is incorrect. I mean, sorry, Ya is the weak letter. So we drop generally Ya. We'll do this kind of operations inshallah when we do afal. So we dropped Ya here, and it becomes lasna. So which is why you have the conjugation lasna. So for the first time, it may seem a bit difficult, but you need to memorize this table, just like you did for the haba. I hope you all have done this already. Zahaba, Zahaba, Zahabu. Zahaba means he went. Zahaba, they too went. Zahabu, they all went. Zahabat, she went. Zahabata, those two women, they went. And Zahabna, they all went, women. Zahabta, you went. Zahabtuma, you two went. Zahabtum, you all went. Dhahabti, you female went. Dhahabtuma, you two female went. Dhahabtunna, you all female went. Dhahabtu, I went, and dhahabna, we went. Okay, similar to that. Laisa, he is not. We'll say he is not. Laisa, they two are not. Laisu, they are all not. Why? It's simply he is not, they are not, I am not. So it does not give any complete sense, right? For example, if I say I am not, so the listener will say what? The question would be what are you not? So you'll have to explain them that I am not something. For example, I'm not a teacher. So you'll have to specify what are you not. So which is why we are saying this laisa is fa'ilun naqis. Okay, so the conjugation goes like this: laisat is for female. Okay, laisata, two female, they two are not. Lasna, you are all not. Okay, lasta, you are not. Lastuma, you two are not. Lastum, you two are, you all are not. So lasta, the example from Quran is lasta alayhim bimusaitir. In Surah Al-Ala, Allah says, lasta alayhim bimusaitir. You are not a watcher over them. Okay. So lastum, lastuma, lastum, lasti, lastuma, lastuna, lastu, and lasna. Okay. I just urge you to go through this table and do it yourself. Okay, the only exception is this one, lasna. Why do we have lasna? Is because it was actually laisa, and nunun niswa gets added for this hunna conjugation, so it becomes laisana. So actually two sukuns. So we have a qaida that two sukuns do not meet, so we drop this ya here because ya was one of the weak letters, so it becomes lasna. So we have this lasna here. Okay, and the rest is just like dhahabta, lasta, dhahabtuma, lastuma, dhahabtum, lastum, dhahabti, lasti, dhahabtuma, lastuma, dhahabtunna, lastunna, dhahabtu, lastu, and dhahabna, lasna. Okay, so in all of these, for example, laisa, laisa, laisu, just like dhahaba, dhahaba, dhahabu. For laisa, what is the ismu laisa? Can someone tell me where is the ismu laisa when we simply say laisa?
Over Mustatir.
Mustatir. Barakallah fi. It is mustatir. Just like in Dhahaba it was mustatir, so does in Laisa, simply Laisa, it is also mustatir. Okay. Mustatir meaning it is hidden. Similarly, in Lastu, where is Ismu Laisa? Because it is Fail Naqis, we will not say file, we will say Ismu Laisa. Okay. So Lastu is nothing but Lastu. So in lastu, this damir muttasil tu is the ismul laisa. Okay, and similarly in lasna, this damir muttasil na is ismul laisa. Lasta, what is ismul laisa? It is ta. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear until now. We will see further examples, inshallah, and that will tell you. Okay, they have already given it here. Okay, for example, in normal af'al, the file is this vowel jama. So we'll replace this file with ismu laisa simply for the conjugation of laisa. So for lasti, this ismu laisa is damir muttasil ti. Similarly for lasna, it is na. Okay, I hope this is clear until now. I told you about jamid. There was a question that explain jamid once again. Okay, so I'll tell, I'll give you another the same example again. So whenever you have, we will study af'al inshallah from chapter 4. So fail madhi and mudare goes hand in hand. Okay. For example, every fail will have its mudare. For example, this is zahaba, yadhabu. Similarly, fataha, fataha meaning he opened. So you have yaftahu, yaftahu. Similarly, nasara, yansuru. Just to give you few examples. From nasara you have yansuru, yansuru. Similarly from sami'a you have yasma'u. From akala, akala meaning to eat, he ate. You have ya'kulu, ya'kulu. Similarly, from qara'a, qara'a, yaqra'u. Okay. So this is about fi'l madhi and mudari. But when it comes to laysa, okay.
Samia is yasma. Al yasma'u.
Yes, sorry, yasma'u. I said yasma'u, but I wrote yasma'u. Sami'a yasma'u. Okay. So for all of these afal that I just mentioned, akala ya'kulu, sami'a yasma'u. Sami'a meaning he listened. Nasara meaning he helped. Okay. Zahaba he went. He went. Qara'a he read or he recited. Okay. But for Laisa, you don't find a similar conjugation for Mudare. For example, you cannot make from Laisa ya Laisu or anything similar to that. Meaning you do not have fail Mudarea. Mudarea meaning present tense. It is simply past. Past as in it's a fail naqis. And why we are calling it is Jamid? Because we do not have any conjugation for fail Mudare, which is why it is called Jamid. Otherwise, it is simply fail naqis. Okay. You will come to know about this mudare inshallah from chapter 4, not chapter 4. From chapter 4 we will start af'al fil madi, and from there onwards inshallah we'll learn about af'al. So we'll,
Excuse me, what is the word meaning of Jamid? Word meaning?
yeah,
Word meaning
jamid,
of Jamid.
jamid meaning, right?
There is a word in Quran, not Surah An-Naml. Wataral jibala jamidatan. Is it same?
Jamid, wait a second, just give me a second. It's actually it means rigid, okay, solid, hard, frozen, or anything like that, static. So which is why we're calling it as jamid,
Okay,
because
okay, thank you.
it's not flexible that it will have mudare. So it is rigid, fixed, static. Okay. Jamid meaning static, fixed. Okay, so this is about Lysa and its conjugation. Let's move on to our next topic. Maybe we'll see few examples. Okay, there are some examples here. Now, if I want to say I am not a doctor, oh no, he is not a doctor, he is not a doctor, how will we say? Lysa, or okay, Laysa tabiban or Laysa bitabibin. He is not a doctor or he is not a doctor. Both gives the same meaning. I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor. So lastu bitabibin or lastu tabiban. Lastu tabiban. Both are same. Or you can also say ana lastu bitabibin. In this case, what happens? It becomes jumla ismiya. This jumla failure, it becomes jumla ismiya because ana lastu bitabibin. So ana is mubtada and this jumla failure will be khabar. And now again under this jumla failure you have lastu bitabibin where laisa is fail naqis jamid. Tu is ismu laisa and bi tabibin is jar majrur shibu jumla khabaru laisa. Okay, we'll see few more examples. The book is not new. Laisa al kitabu bijadidin. The book is not new. Or al kitabu laisa bijadidin. We can make it both ways. Okay, al kitabu laisa bijadidin. So in laysa al kitabu bijadidin, laysa is fail naqis jamid. Al kitabu is marfu, so it is ismu laysa. Bijadidin is jar majrur shibu jumla khabaru laysa, or we can say jadidan. Okay, and now if we bring this al-kitabu here, it becomes jumla ismiya, just like we did it here. So al-kitabu laysa bi jadidin, here al-kitabu is mubtada and laysa bi jadidin is jar majrur shibh jumla. Sorry, jumla fi'liya is khabar, laysa is fi'l naqis jamid. So ism of laysa here is mustatir, it is nothing but huwa, and this damir of huwa will go back to al-kitab. And bi jadidin or jadidan, both are khabaru laysa fi mahalli nasbin or mansub. Okay, that's not always the case. Okay, that ism has to be definite now. Okay, few more examples and inshallah we'll come back to our book. Oops. See few examples from Quran. One is like alaysa subhu bi qareebin. So in Quran it's actually has been used with this ba zaida or ba harf. Okay, alaysa subhu bi qareebin, lasta alayhim bi musaitir, and it has also been used with simply mursalan. So alaysa subhu bi qareebin, isn't the morning near, isn't the morning near. So is not okay, is not the morning near. So here laysa is fa'il naqis jamid, as-subhu which is marfu, so which is ismu laysa, ismu laysa, and this bi qareebin is jar majrur shibu jumla khabaru laysa or qareeban, both are fine, but in Quran it has been used with ba zaida. After that, laysu sawa'an min ahli kitabi, laysu sawa'an min ahli kitabi ummatun qa'imatun yatluna ayatillah. Alastu bi rabbikum, this is one of the famous ayah of Surah Araf, where Allah has taken a covenant from all of us, uh, that alastu bi rabbikum, and every one of us said qalu bala shahidna, indeed we have testified. So lastu, Allah is saying alastu bi rabbikum, am I not your Lord, I am not your Rabb. So lastu, laysa is fi'l naqis, tu is ismu laysa, ismu laysa, and bi rabbikum is jar majrur shibh jumla khabar laysa. alaysa dhalika biqadirin, alaysa dhalika biqadirin ala an yuhyiya al-mauta, is not he, is not the creator able to give life to the dead. Okay, another example is lasta alayhim bimusaitir, lasta, you are not, alayhim, over them, a watcher. Okay, ya nisa an-nabi lastunna ka ahadim minan nisa, o the wives of prophet, you are not, you all are not ka ahadim minan nisa, like anyone amongst the women. Okay, so lastunna. So if watch out for this lasta laysa, the conjugation of laysa in Quran, inshallah. Okay, okay, so we will come to our book now. Okay, and we'll do few examples from the book. We'll come back to the lesson inshallah later. Okay, ta'ammal ma yali, read and learn the snad of laysa. Okay, hamidun talibun, hamid is a student. We want to negate the statements with laysa, because if you add laysa it gives a negative meaning, right? That hamid is a student, hamid is not a student. At-tulabu sigarun, the students are small. At-tulabu laysu bi sigarin, they are not small. Okay, aminatu tabibatun, amina is a doctor, amina is not a doctor. So we we will use Laisa to negate all of these statements, and we'll see different kinds of different ways of how we can make this sentence. So Hamidun Talibun, first example, Hamidun Talibun, Hamid is a student. We want to add Laisa here. We could have done like this. We could have simply added Laisa before it. So it becomes Laisa Hamidun. Then we'll have to change this to either Taliban or be Talibin. This is one way you can do it. Laisa Hamidun Taliban. One way. Second way, Laisa Hamidun bi Talibin. Both are correct. Hamid is not a student. Okay. Laisa Hamidun Taliban or Laisa Hamidun bi Talibin. This is one way or two ways you can say. Or you could do is you bring Hamid first, just like in this example. So Hamidun laysa bi talibin. Hamid, he is not a student. So what we have done is the ism of laysa, which was Hamid, we have brought in first, like this. So this will be a jumla failure, but this is jumla ismiya. Okay, that learn the difference. If you say laysa Hamid, laysa Hamidun bi talibin or taliban, it is jumla failure. But Hamidun laysa bi talibin is jumla ismiya, where Hamidun is mubtada and this jumla failure is khabar, and under that laysa is again is fail naqis jamid. Bi talibin is jar majrur shibu jumla khabaru laysa, and ismu laysa is mustatir here. But if you say laysa Hamidun bi talibin, here laysa is fail naqis, Hamidun is ismu laysa, and bi talibin or taliban is jar majrur shibu jumla khabaru laysa fi mahalli nasbin, or simply taliban khabaru laysa fi mansub. Okay, there are different ways you can do it. Okay, and I do remember, I mean, I hope you all remember this, that when it comes to the snad of plural, for example, dhahabu. Okay, if I want to say the students went. Okay, the students went. So dhahabu meaning he went, they went, which is clear. Now if we want to add bring students as file, how would we make it? Does anyone remember that conjugation, which was only the exception? Because if we say dhahabu at-tullabu, is it correct, dhahabu at-tullabu, or there is another way?
ذهب الطلاب.
Yes, dhahabat tullabu. The reason this dhahabu and at-tullabu is incorrect is because file is already there in this vowel jama. We have learnt this, inshallah, alhamdulillah. Even if it is not, uh, even if you haven't done that, we are going to do that. So dhahabu, this vowel jama is file. So and if you say tullabu, then again this is also marfu. This is file is already mentioned. So this conjugation would be wrong. It is we have to use the first form of file if we want to bring tullabu as file. Otherwise wow file is already there. Or you can, there is another way you can do it. What you can do is you bring this at-tullabu first, so it becomes at-tullabu zahabu. Now it's perfectly fine. Why? Because it is no more a jumla fa'liya, it is jumla ismiya, where this is mubtada and this jumla fa'liya is khabar, and in this jumla fa'liya this vowel jama is file. So we only have one file. Here we were getting two files. Okay, two file cannot come because we already have one file there, here in vowel jama. So either you can use the first form of dhaba, or you could bring this tullabu first and make this a jumla ismiya. So the similar kind of case is with Laisa as well. For example, let me remove all of this. At-tullabu sigarun. I was coming to this example. So at-tullabu sigarun, the students are small, I mean the younger students. If I want to negate this sentence with Laisa, I would say Lais at-tullabu sigarun. Okay, here at-tullabu laisu bi sigarin. This is one way. I'll try to rephrase this sentence in different ways. So if I say like this, laisu at-tullabu bi sigarin, will this be correct? Will this be correct? Because
No.
in laisu we already have ismu laisa here. Okay, because in laisu we already have ismu laisa in vowel jama, which is ismu laisa already there, but tulabu is also there. So two ismu laisa cannot come together. So either you bring this tulabu first, which is what they have done here, at-tulabu laisu bil sigar. Okay, or if you still want to use at-tulabu in this sentence, then we will use the first form of laisa, which is simply laisa and not laisu. So laisu laisa at-tulabu bi sigarin. I hope this makes sense to everybody. So we use the first form in whenever you have ismu laisa or fa'il as plural. Ismu laisa as plural or fa'il as plural in normal af'al. So we will use first form of verb, which is laisa or dhahaba. Okay, I hope this is clear. So laisu bisigarin, or at-tullabu laisu bisigarin, or laisa at-tullabu bisigarin. So there are number of ways you can make this sentence. Okay, so in this sentence at-tullabu is mubtada and the jumla failure is khabar, and we'll come to this jumla failure where laisu, this waw jama is ismu laysa bi sigarin, khabar laysa. In this sentence laysa at-tullabu bi sigarin, laysa is fail, at-tullabu is ismu laysa, and bi sigarin is jar majrur shibh jumla khabar, or sigaran. Okay, both you can use because both have come in Quran. Okay, coming to the next example, Aminatu tabibatun. Amina is a doctor. Aminatu laysat bi tabibatin. Amina is not a doctor. You can make the sentence like this as well. Laysat Aminatu bi tabibatin. This is also correct. Laysat Aminatu bi tabibatin. What have you done here? This Amina is ismu laysa, but in this sentence Amina is mubtada, and where is ismu laysa in laysat? If we say simply laysat, ismu laysa is mustatir meaning hidden, and its estimation is here. Okay, and this here will in turn go back to Amina. Okay, I hope yeah,
I
yes,
have a question.
yeah,
Can we say Aminatu laysat tabibatan?
yes, we can say that. We can also say that tabibatan. I told you you can use either bi tabibatin or simply tabibatan.
Even if it is the noun is I mean noun sentence.
Yeah, even in jumla ismiya. For example, Aminatu laysat bi tabibatin or tabibatan. Both are fine.
Okay.
I told you, you just don't worry about this bi tabibatin. You can simply use taliban or bi talibin. You can simply use bi tabibatin or tabibatan. Both are fine. Both are correct. It's just that this ba azaida or ba harjar here has been used in Quran most of the times, which is why the author has followed bi talibin instead of simply taliban. Okay. because of the extensive use in Quran, the author has used it. Okay, next one, al-fatayatu mutazawwijatun. Al-fatayatu mutazawwijatun. The young women are married. The young women are not married. So al-fatayatu lasna bi mutazawwijatin, which is fine. What we have done is we have made it as jumla ismiya because we are using the plural of plural conjugation of which like hunna, the conjugation of hunna. Now we can make this sentence in a different way. So who can do that? Can you please raise your hand? I'll ask you to try this in a different way, the one we just discussed. So please someone do it. You need to
ليست الفتيات
yes.
بمتزوجات.
Jazakallah khair. Barakallah fiik, Junaid. Laysat, it is laysat and then al fatayatu. So we have one more rule here, fatayatu. What is that? Bi mutazawwijatin. Bi mutazawwijatin. Bi mutazawwijatin or simply mutazawwijatan. So you have ta the sukun on ta and then alif lam ta. What happens? La iltikau sakinain. Two sukuns do not meet. So what do? We replace this sukun here with a kasra. So when we read, we will say laysatil fatayatu, which you have already done, Junaid. Barakallahu fiik. Laysatil fatayatu bi mutazawwijatin. Okay. So this is how you can make this sentence. Laysatil, you have to bring the first form of verb, first form, because the ism or the file in normal afal is plural. So whenever you have plural ismul laysa, you will have to bring the first form of verb if you want to bring the ismul laysa in jumla failure. But if it is otherwise, if you simply want to make it as jumla ismiya, then you can simply do it al fatayatu lasna mutazawwijat. Okay, anta kabirun, you are big. So you are not big. So lasta bi kabirin, or you can say anta lasta bi kabirin. That is also fine. Okay. So what are we doing essentially in all these sentences? We are simply making them jumla ismiya. If we use anta, antuma, antum, or any of these first, because anta lasta bi kabirin, it also means you are not big. Antum lastum bi jududin, you are not new. Okay. Anti lasti bi faqiratin, you are not poor. Okay. Or simply remove all this, don't use this, and simply you can use lasta bi kabirin lastum bi jududin, anti faqiratun lasti bi faqiratin, lastun antunna mujtahidatun lastunna bi mujtahidati, lastu bi mudarrisin ana mudarrisun, I am a teacher, I am not a teacher. Lastu bi mudarrisin. Nahnu tullabun, we are students, we are not students. Lasna bi tullabin. Okay, so this is about lasta, I mean laisa, and it's different forms. Okay, we'll do few more exercises and this will be clear, because we have already seen the answers here. Answers were already there. We'll do exercise where answers are not there, so you'll have to think and do it. Okay, let's see that. Adkhil laysa ala al-jumal al-atiya. Enter laysa in the following examples. So those who wish to do, please raise your hands, because if everyone starts speaking at the same time, others will get confused. So, or else I will pinpoint or ask questions. If you want to do it, please raise your hands. Otherwise, I will ask. We'll start with Feroz.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, al-babu mughlaqun. You'll have to make enter Laysa in this sentence and do it.
Sure. Laysal babu mughlaqun.
Laysal babu
Mughlaqan. Mughlaqan. Yeah. Or be
mughlaq-
mughlaq.
mughlaqan or be
Be mughlaqan.
mughlaqin. Can you do it otherwise? Like, can you do it any
Sure.
different? Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Al-babu laysa bi mughlaqin.
Yes. What can we do? We will simply bring al babu here. So it becomes al babu laysa bi mughlaqin or mughlaqan. Okay. So this is how you do it. Barakallahu feek. Next one. Al ma'u baridun. The water is cold. So next one. Do it, Firoz.
Okay. Laysal ma'u bi baridin.
Laysal ma'u bi baridin or baridan. Or to do it differently, we can bring ismu laysa first to make it as jumla ismiya. Al ma'u laysa
Ma'u laysa bi baridin or baridan.
laysa baridan or bi baridin. Okay, jazakallah khair. Hishamun maridun. Who wants to do it? Hishamun maridun. Zia.
ليس هشام مريضا.
Laysa
هشام مريض.
Hishamun. One way is this maridan or bi maridin. Bi maridin. Okay. Laysa Hishamun maridan or bi maridin. Laysa Hishamun bi maridin or Laysa Hishamun bi maridan. If you want to make it as jumla ismiya, we'll bring Hishamun here.
هشام ليس بمريض.
Hishamun Laysa maridan or Laysa bi maridin. Okay. Next one. Abi na'imun.
ليس أبي نائما.
Laysa abi na'iman or
بنائم.
bi na'imin. Laysa abi na'iman or bi na'imin. Or to make it as jumla ismiya, we'll bring abi here.
أبي ليس.
Okay. Next one is ad-darsu sa'abun, which is not the case, which is why I'll have to negate this sentence. Ad-darsu sa'abun, the lesson is difficult, which is not the case. Lesson is not difficult, so we'll have to negate this sentence.
ليس الدرس صعبا.
Laysa ad-darsu.
صعبا.
Ad-darsu what?
صعبا.
Sa'aban. Yes. Sa'aban or bi-sa'ib. Bi-sa'ib.
صعب.
بصعب. ليس الدرس صعبا or بصعب. Next one. المسجد قريب. المسجد قريب.
ليس المسجد قريبا.
ليس المسجد قريبا. Okay. جزاك الله خير. Next one will be Junaid. Junaid.
ليس الطفل جوعانا.
Yeah, this was something new. ليس
ليس الطفل
ليس الطفل
جوعانا.
sorry جوعان, right? Because it is mamnu min as-sarf. Okay. Or if we add ba, what will happen? If we add ba, jaw'ana is okay, fine. Bi jaw'ana, that is also will remain bi jaw'ana because this is mamnu min as-sarf, and we know jaw'anu جوعان جوعان in majroor and mansoof form. So this was actually mansoof form, and this was also this is majroor form, but the entire thing is mahalli nasbin, because this is ismu sorry khabaru laysa. Okay, so this exercise was easy. You can try this at home as well. Next one. اقرأ المثالين ثم أدخل ليس على الجمل الآتية. اقرأ المثالين, read the two examples and then enter ليس on the following sentences. هو تاجر, هو ليس بتاجر. هو من اليابان, هو ليس من اليابان. This is very simple, plain and simple. السيارة جميلة. Yes, everyone, can you all try please? السيارة جميلة.
ليس السيارة جميلة.
Okay, you said ليس. السيارة is what? Female or male? I mean
Feminine.
feminine. So is ليس السيارة correct?
No.
So what will come here?
ليست.
ليست. Okay. Just be careful with the gender. So ليست. ليست. It's actually ليست, but السيارة has also sukun. So what will we do?
ليست.
The rule is ليست السيارة. Okay. ليست السيارة جميلة or جميلة
بجميلة.
or بجميلة. بجميلة. Okay. Another way of doing it. Bring السيارة first.
السيارة ليست.
السيارة ليست
جميلة.
جميلة. جميلة or بجميلة. Both are fine. Okay. Okay. بارك الله فيكي. Next is أنا غني. I am rich.
لست غنيا.
لست غنيا. ما شاء الله.
ولست بغني.
لست بغني or غنيا. Now I want to make it as jumla ismiya.
أنا لست بغني.
We will simply add أنا لست بغني or غني. Okay, very simple, plain and simple, right? This lesson is comparatively easy. Okay, أنت فقير. You are poor.
لست بفقير.
لست بفقير. You are not. لست بفقير. Okay. لست بفقير or أنت لست بفقير. Both are fine. Or أنت لست فقير. هي من العراق. She is from Iraq.
ليست.
ليست. ليست
من العراق.
Yeah, notice one thing here, that من العراق. If it is already with harf jar like من العراق jar majrur, here it will not be من الفراق, be من العراق. Okay, if it is already jar majrur, if the jumla is harf jar and jar majrur, if it is shibu jumla preceded by harf jar, so we will not add this ba azaida here or ba harf jar. So it will not be laysat bi min al Iraq. It should be simply laysat min al Iraq or hiya laysat min al Iraq. Okay, nahnu azkiyau. We are sharp minded, we are intelligent. So lasna. Let's not glorify ourselves much. So lasna as what will come here? Lasna azkiya what? An
Yeah.
Askiya'a. Askiya'a. Right? Because this is af'ila'u mamnu min as-sarf again. Or be askiya'a. Both are fine. Fine. Huwa azabun. He is unmarried.
Laysa azaban. Azaban.
Laysa azaban. Laysa azaban. Or be azabin. Both are fine. I'm not going to write that. Al-mudarrisuna fil fasli.
Laysu. Laysu. Al-mudarrisuna laysu.
Yeah, both are fine. Laysu fil fusuli. This is one. Laysu fil fusuli or al-mudarrisuna laysu fil fusuli. Or there is another way, which is laysal mudarrisuna fil fusuli. There are three ways you can make this sentence. Either al-mudarrisuna laysu fil fusuli, one way, or simply laysu fil fusuli, two, second way, or laysa al-mudarrisuna fil fusuli, third way. You can do it in a number of ways. So we are done with this exercise as well. Yeah, there are a few more. Anti zakiyatun. You are sharp.
Lasti.
Lasti zakiyatan.
Wabi zakiyatin. Zakiyatin.
Zakiyatin. Zakiyatan or be zakiyatin. Both are fine. Antum kibarun.
Lastum.
Lastum.
Antum. So lastum. Lastum or antum lastum. Both are fine. Antum lastum kibaran, or I'll say be kibarin. Next is at-talibatu fil maktabati.
Lasna.
At-talibatu.
Lasna.
Those.
لسنو
Lastunna.
Lastunna.
Lastunna, right? Lastunna. Lastunna fil maktabati. I'm not writing that. Fil maktabati. Or there's another way. At-talibatu. At-talibatu. Lastunna. Lastunna. Or sorry, or we have laysat at-talibatu. Laysat at-talibatu. This is also correct. Laysat at-talibatu fil maktabati. Okay, all of these are correct. Lastunna fil maktabati, at-talibatu lastunna fil maktabati, or laysat at-talibatu fil maktabati. And the last one is antunna talibatun jududun. Lastunna or
Lastunna.
antunna. I'll write antunna as well. Antunna. Lastunna. Lastunna. Talibatin. Talibatin. Okay. Talibatin jududin. Because majrur and mansub form of jama muannas salim are talibatun, talibatin, talibatin. Or, and if we add ba harjar here, so it will become bi talibatin jududin. Okay, so it's almost time now, and so we will inshallah stop here, and we'll try to finish this chapter inshallah tomorrow. If anything is not clear, then please let me know. Isn't it lasna, antunna, lastunna, antunna, lastunna? For antunna it is lastunna. Lasna is for hunna, ghaib. Okay, so this is fine. Antunna, lastunna, not lasna. Okay, so inshallah we will stop here for today. If there are any 10th one. At-talibatu fil maktabati. Okay, okay. Yes, yes. Yes, you're correct. Barakallahu fik. It should be lasna, okay, because it's talking about at-talibatu. Lasna. It should be lasna. I said lastunna. It should be lasna. Okay. Yes, it should be lasna. Lasna fil maktabati. Okay. There are no more questions. We will stop here for today. Jazakumullahu khair. Barakallahu fikum for your time. Inshallah, we will finish the remaining ones tomorrow. Okay. Jazakumullahu khair. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.